how to answer it and the different examples in this sample. So here we've got, as all aspects of the business must abide by regulations to ensure the transformation process reaches its full productive capacity. So straight away, it's explaining the effect that the government policies have on the operations management, which is this part. But we haven't got into which government policies do that. So you'd bring that in the second sentence, because in your first sentence for all your short answers, you either want to give a very direct definition or directly answer or make that judgment, which is what we did here. Then in that second line, you can actually bring up the idea. So here we've got one government policy that could affect this business is the Work Health Safety Act of 2011 in the Commonwealth. One thing, guys, let me just quickly add in, is that there are quite a few acts and laws that you guys will learn throughout business studies. And it's so important that you know the dates. And obviously that you've got the bracket Commonwealth as well. So I really do recommend, as you're going, if you do come across a piece of legislation or a law, pop it on a flashcard just so you can memorize it as you go, because it'll come up in short answer. It can come up in the case study essay, in the business report, and it very, very, very often comes up in the multiple choice as well. So they can assess it across any area. And it's one of those things that most people just overlook, because it's another law, there's so much content. You just want to learn the notes, but these are your examples and these get you the marks. If you did not give the actual law, you could not get the marks for this question, because it's asking you for two government policies, and these policies are laws. So it's really important that you do memorize those as you go. But we'll continue. So we've clearly identified what that one is, but it is a describe question, so we have to describe now what that Work Health and Safety Act does and how it can affect the operations management. So here we've got, is imperative for the business to follow the said act to maintain health and safety within the workplace. If employees are provided with adequate training, access to personal protective equipment, and work with machines that abide by noise pollution safety standards, the business will ensure that its transformation process operates smoothly and they're able to produce their output of surfboards. So here we've got the part about the actual operations management. And then we've got how it links to the government policy and why it's important to be safe. So it's really connecting those two ideas together. And then again, we've got the second piece of government policy, because it is asking for two. If you had only given the one, you'd only get 2 out of 4. So you're getting 1 mark for identifying one and another mark for explaining what that is. The third mark is for identifying your second one, and the fourth mark is for explaining what that second policy is. So it's so important that you're able to give examples as you go. But again, here we've just got what the actual legislation is. So this one's the Environmental Protection and Biodiversity Conservation Act of 1999. It ensures new technology operates in an environmentally sustainable manner. So it's giving a definition of what that government policy is. And then again, it's got that cause and effect, where the implementation of environmental protection policies such as the carbon tax minimizes pollution and safely dispose of toxic residues. This in turn, and here we've got the effect of it. So it's kind of like English in that way, a bit like the teal paragraph, but you're showing that cause and what it is and what the government policy is, and then what the effect of having that is. And for this one, the carbon tax policy reduces the business's carbon footprint, exhausting the transformation process, and ensures waste is eliminated in the production of their surfboards. So I'm very sorry that I went very into detail on a very simple 4-marker, but I just wanted to show you guys the importance of structure, because like I said, a lot of people will just learn content, but if you just learn content, you'd be very quick to kind of straight away go into the policy and not really focus in on that kind of task word and that describe. And I'm not sure if your teachers have gone on and on about task words, but if they haven't in year 11, I promise you it's going to happen in year 12, because the actual verb of each question across all of short answers, the business report, and the case study essay is so important, and will tell you exactly how to structure and what to do, which is why having that skill and seeing past answers and kind of having that expectation, that standard for where you want your writing to be, is so important.